I don't chase, I attract. What's meant for me will simply find me.
I stir the face, I stir the face. You a fucking rich nigga for the fame, won't you?
Like the scar of age written all over my face.
I promise, Maddie, I'll change, I'll grow, I'll be better. I don't deserve you, but I love you. Please, when I go to college, move with me, marry me, have my babies.
Tropa das solteiras, que é tudo baladeira. Vem pro baile em Cuiabá.
Fuck if you a Galice, I might climb her. I like an IP, I might climb her.
Asked me this because I was literally thinking in the car yesterday, like just about all of the responsibilities that I have as an adult and how I have to like pay bills and do this and do that, and I gotta make sure I go to the doctor, and I gotta maintain my relationships, and I gotta honor myself and honor my own needs and desires and wants, and da 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 da, plan for the future, yada yada yada. I just realized in that moment while I was thinking about all of these things, like, you know, this is a lot. This is a lot of responsibility, but with responsibility comes freedom. Because when you are the one responsible for yourself, everything is up to you in a sense. Like, you don't have to wait on nobody. Like, the quality of your life doesn't depend on anybody else. It depends on you, and you have power to choose the best life. You have power to choose happiness. You have power to choose joy. You have power to choose abundance and wealth and prosperity. Life after graduation, life after high school is heavy, yes, because it's going to be a learning experience, because you're going from not having to choose anything for yourself really to having to do mostly everything on your own, and you're going to get decision fatigue. There's going to be a lot of things that you have to deal with that you never knew that you had to deal with. There's going to be a lot of choices to make, but you have to see the beauty in having the power of choice, and you have to see the beauty in having all of those responsibilities. Because I don't know about you, but for me, I would rather be responsible for myself than have to be back in high school or be in a position to where somebody else decides everything for my life. No,
I'm excited to do little things in life. Like, I appreciate every little thing. That makes me happy. But happiness kind of is the open door to everything. Like, you could do anything. You could be creative, you could be savage, you could be antisocial. You could just be whatever you want. As long as you're comfortable and you're happy being exactly in that space. I've grown to appreciate the little things, and I've grown to love being still, which is something I haven't been used to since I was 16 years old.
Ladies, it's important for you to know that the higher your standard, the smaller your dating pool. And sometimes people will try to weaponize singleness. They'll say, oh, you don't have a man, because no, it's a choice, right? And singleness does not necessarily mean bad, nor does singleness necessarily mean lonely. You might be alone, but that doesn't mean that you're lonely.
Yeah, that's
and
the
so
difference.
when you can choose from a space of, ooh, like, I powerfully choose you. I powerfully choose you. The relationship is better because the standard is different. So me being whole gave me an opportunity to choose from a space of, I only want someone else that's whole. You know, now if we're like mid, you're probably gonna attract somebody on an energetic and spiritual wavelength that's mid.
So I guess what I'm asking is, when I say be complete, like, should you be in a relationship and going to therapy at the same time? Should you?
Yeah.
What? Huh?
I think you should have already been in therapy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, do people get in relationships while they're still doing the work, or after they feel like the work is complete?
The work is never complete. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that you should be in a space where you unapologetically know exactly who you are, whose you are, where you're going.
Yeah.
I think that is important. I think you should have a very strong sense of, what is my integrity with self? What is my self-respect? What are my boundaries? What are my standards? What are my expectations inside of life? And when you have those things,
Right.
you only allow those things. Don't settle for somebody because you have warm body syndrome. Oh, well, I'm alone. Well, if your integrity with yourself is high, you know, you don't need to have that next drink.
Right.
You don't need to be out at that club. Your dress does not need to be that short. Are you looking for attention or are you looking for respect? This is where people start wavering on their boundaries because they don't know who they are. So when you get to a space where you know who you are, I get what I get. To be completely honest, I feel like in a turtleneck or in a dress, you could pull the same type of people. And to be honest, the person in the turtleneck is gonna get way more respect in a dress that it's a coochie cutter dress, right?
So
wait, so that being said, I think that if you are whole, but still growing, whole, still in therapy
That's
to
evolving.
learn new things, whole, still, and then when you get a whole new person, now you have a whole new set of perspectives and vantage points and experiences and learning and new triggers because now maybe this person is teaching you something you didn't even know about yourself.